Hi, my name is Jalen Harris, and today I'm going to be giving my persuasion speech. Here's my audience. Did you know that for the 2011-2012 year, the NCAA made over $870 million? $11 million of these dollars came just from the NCAA tournament, basketball. The need is that college athletes should be paid for what they do because everyone from the AD to the equipment manager is paid a salary, but the labor, the players are not paid. I just think that this is not right because everyone is paid, but the people that bring in all the money. The players bring in the money from merchandise, the ticket sales, and things like that. So if you really think about it, no one will buy the tickets, no one will buy the jerseys, no one will buy like all the school apparel and things like that if the athletes weren't doing well or they didn't like the school. The solution to this problem is that college athletes should be paid like a salary. I don't think they should be paid a lot of money, but they should definitely receive a little bit of money because, as I'm going to talk about later, scholarships do not cover all of their expenses. I just think they're not, and then some people say that if you pay them, they're going to be professionals, but they're not professionals because they're in college and they're going to school trying to earn a degree, perhaps. But they do train like professionals. They train year round. They don't really get off time. I mean, their social life is limited and everything like that. We should take action to this by trying to convince the NCAA that athletes should be paid because, like I said before, they bring in all the money, and the NCAA obviously has a lot of money, bringing in over $870 million last year. I think that they should be able to pay this player some kind of salary. Now we'll explain scholarships. Scholarships are kind of tricky because everybody thinks like a full ride means that everything is paid for the players. A lot of it is paid for. The housing, and education, and their food and are all paid for. But outside of all those expenses, there are other things that need to be paid, like phone bills, clothing, just like extra food, things like that. And this is a problem because Terrell Pryor, he played at Ohio State, and he didn't have enough money because his family. He didn't really come from a good family, financially. So he ended up selling a pair of his game pants one day after one of his games for $3,000. And that's not, you can't do that in NCAA because they're not supposed to sell anything they get from the NCAA or from their school. So, but he actually had a really good reason to why he sold this. He sold them because basically he didn't have enough money. He needed money for clothing. He needed money for like his phone bill and like other things he just needed to buy, but he didn't have the money because he couldn't get a job because he's always in football and doing football things or doing schoolwork and stuff like that. So that's just kind of a good example. And then according to the study by Drexel University and the National Players Association, players spend an average of $3,000 to $3,000 a year for personal expenses. Like I said, like cell phone bills, clothing, extra food, just like entertainment, if they want to go out and things like that when they have free time. And all this information right here just like proves that a full ride does not cover all the expenses. So next I'm going to talk about the coaches and staffs of all these teams. The coaches and staff are paid like top dollar. I mean, there's coaches out there that are making like $1 million contracts. They have like endorsements from like top brands like Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, things like that. And some coaches have $1 million contracts with schools and endorsements, but this kind of doesn't play a role because I think that the players should get those endorsements and the players should get paid too because I mean honestly they're wearing the Nike or the Adidas or the Under Armour and they're making that brand look good. I don't think the coach should get paid I mean, I guess he should get paid because it's his team, but the players should get paid a little bit too as well. Um, and then coaches get like big salary bonuses for like a good record one year, making a BCS bowl game and things like that. An example of this is Urban Meyer of Ohio State. He was only there. This is his first year, and he got a $150,000 signing bonus just for having a 12-0 record. He didn't even make a BCS bowl game or anything. So I mean, that just shows you that he's getting paid, but he's getting paid because of his players. He's not getting paid because of anything else. So I think that his players should get a little bit of share of something like that. To go along with this, the revenue the NCAA brings in is just crazy. Like I said before, $11 million from the NCAA basketball tournament alone. But the players aren't paid, of course. And I kind of found this interesting. I found like some statistics. In the NCAA, there are 346 Division I basketball teams, and with an average of like 13 players on scholarship, which is 4,498 players. If you divide $11 million by 4,498 players, that's over $2,000 a player. So I mean, even if the NCAA was just to give them, $200-300 a month, that's a fraction of $2,000. So I just think that's kind of a big deal that they should get paid. In conclusion, for all the athletes do for their universities, they should be given some kind of small payment. I think that they should be given anywhere between $200 and $300 a month, because if you think about it, that's not a lot of money, but that's not just like $20 or anything like that. So they have like a good chunk of money to spend, and it's not like they're getting excessive amounts of money, so they can't buy like things they shouldn't really have. It's just kind of just to keep them living on a good life, so they have everything. And from ticket sales to merchandise, the players are the real reason that sports are successful. So that's the end of my speech, and I hope you enjoyed.